Durag Diaries, yo people, welcome back. Arsenal have made their marquee signing. Victor Gyokeres, here we go, is now here, and there's no better man to talk about this than man like a gal. You've seen him talk about the transfers leading up into this, what's going on at Arsenal. But before we get into the Gyokeres stuff, for one, make sure you're subscribing to the boy Agal, showing your support to his Agal Talks Football in the title, in the description. But Arsenal have just played a friendly, and you ain't too happy with the performance. What's going on, Agal? What's going on?
Hey, we can't get too down about it. I hear people who are critical, but it's just, you know what it is? It's just some people piss you off in the chat, and then it kind of ruins your mood. But overall, I feel like Zubimendi making his debut, Max Dowman and Ethan kind of impressed. Saka gets a goal, and then you speak about the negatives. Is probably just captain missed the penalty. Havertz was anonymous. You had both Martinelli and Trossard had poor games. Reece Nelson came on for 11 minutes, looked better than the two of them. And Saliba, once again, is an absolute monster. We made AC Milan look average. We played 90-minute match where they took 3 shots. We had 23. It wasn't even close. And for us to have that amount of shots and to not even get a second goal, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, get me a Gyokeres in ASAP and get me a left winger ASAP, because I can't do another season where Martinelli and Trossard are our only left wing options. It's just not going to be good enough. It's not going to be good enough.
So, and when you talk about obviously bringing Gyokeres in, and you sorry, just clarify. You said Odegaard missed the penalty.
Yeah, the first penalty of the game.
Oh, of course, you guys had done a penalty shootout after, didn't you? It's really weird. Why did they do a penalty shootout after you guys won the game?
It's practice. Basically, every preseason game they practice penalty shootouts for European preseason games.
Okay, fair.
Didn't you guys have a shootout versus Reading?
I'll be honest, I was on holiday. I didn't see it. I didn't watch any of it. I just know we won 2-0. I didn't see no shootout or nothing. But fairs if we did. If we done a shootout, then hey, we may have.
We do shootouts every game. Last time we had a preseason game at the Emirates against each other, I swear there was a shootout also.
You probably did. I'll be honest. I don't think it's always been a thing, but maybe a recent thing. Definitely, it could.
The last 2 years, at least, yeah.
Yeah. And so obviously you spoke about some of the issues there. You guys lack of velocity in front of goal. You know, only Saka being the only goal scorer, having as many shots as you did, but not being able to put it back in. Like we mentioned, you now had the here we go for that star man Gyokeres. When you was watching the game today, was you already seeing the like already imagining Gyokeres, looking at the positions of where he's going to be picking up the ball? Overall, how are you feeling about the Gyokeres signing? And watching today, did you see exactly what he can bring to the team? Or what's missing, I should say.
I could see what Gyokeres could bring to the team before we even were linked to him. This guy is an absolute baller. And for, 63.5 million euros plus 10 million add-ons, it's not that bad. We've done well with our business. And I think the most important thing is we had 23 shots today, 9 on target. None of them I felt like were shots that the keeper had a real difficult time trying to stop. And then the rest of them were not even on target. So that is probably one of the main things Gyokeres is going to help us with. His ball striking ability, in his close control in tight corners, and just overall physicality in the box. Because we were playing the ball long sometimes. We had some times where we tried to slice Kai Havertz in. We had some times where we tried to give the ball into somebody in the box. And half the time when we throw the ball into the middle of the box, nobody's there. At least with Gyokeres, we'll know we'll have a presence, we'll have a focal point, and it might not be the goal spread around as much if he comes in and he's the guy. You might just see them saying, let's feed him. Because today, you know what happened? Zubimendi, first touch into the feet of Miles Lewis-Kelly in the box. What does he do? He's laying it off for Declan Rice, who's coming into the box. And it's like, just turn and take the shot yourself.
Yeah, no, it's one of those ones where it's like, I feel like with Gyokeres, like you mentioned there, we already knew what we would see from him, and we knew what he could bring to Arsenal. But obviously, watching yourselves today, you get to see what, again, that addition of what you guys have been missing. What's been missing from the team in front of goal, but also how he's going to fill in those little spaces, pick up the ball. What's he going to do when he picks up the ball? But with Gyokeres coming in, you know what this brings more than anything away from the game. It's the pressure on your manager and the man that you've backed for a while. Do you think this Gyokeres signing makes you guys a title favorites, or where are you at with that?
I don't think anything that we do at this point can make us title favorites with the way Liverpool are moving. They won the league last year and they've gotten better. So Liverpool will be title favorites until we go and do something crazy. Right now, we've not done anything crazy to overjump them. Liverpool are still the favorites. And with the way Chelsea are moving, Chelsea could be closer to Liverpool than we are come the end of the window.
Chelsea could be closer to Liverpool than you
Yeah,
are.
bro. These guys are fucking nuts. I'm sorry for swearing, but Chelsea are moving crazy. And I do think Chelsea and Liverpool's windows have been better than ours so far and could be better than ours come the end of the window. Right now, they're linked to Gerald Hato and Xavi Simons.
Yeah. Two massive players and two massive signings it could be for them, but well, you feel like even Gyokeres doesn't push you guys into the conversation. What's missing then? Because obviously you've signed Madueke, and I know you wasn't too happy about the Madueke signing at first, but where are you? What do you think's missing for Arsenal right now?
Bro, we need internal improvements. We need internal improvements from the attacking players. Our attacking players need to produce at a higher level. And if we can go and get a left winger, then I'll be a lot more confident. If we go and get Rodrygo or Eze, I'll be a lot more confident. Right now, until we bring in one of those two, I'm looking at the window, I'm saying to myself, we're still short.
You still think you're short?
Yeah, facts. Bro, no way you're telling me we came out of this window with only Zubimendi and Gyokeres as our only upgrades. The rest of them, I feel like, are squad players to improve the bench. There's only two players that are making us better. And with Partey leaving and Jorginho leaving, Zubimendi coming in is kind of like balancing out the quality that's left rather than actually raising the level. So we'll see. To me, I need to see more than just Gyokeres and Zubimendi coming in. If we get a left winger in either Rodrygo or we bring in a Richie Eze, then I'll be like, you know what? There you go. That's our next difference maker that can help us go on and get goals and do something different, because we're too predictable with Martinelli and Trossard. They're just too predictable, and maybe we need to coach Martinelli better. Maybe we need to do something different to get the best out of him. But right now, under Arteta, I don't see either of them being very effective for too long. They're inconsistent.
That's fair. I can't really say much to that. I think it's a fair point that you're making, isn't it? Like, you got two players that you've improved into that starting lineup. Definitely need more. And you mentioned the man there who, I don't know if you saw the news yesterday, apparently, and it's just apparently, the reports haven't come out from anyone credible as of yet, but Spurs have entered the race for Rodrygo. Arsenal haven't seemed to press trigger on that move. Do you think Rodrygo is still coming to Arsenal?
Rodrygo, I don't see where he's going to end up, but I think most likely Liverpool if they sell Luis Diaz. I don't think Spurs have any chance of signing Rodrygo. Are you going to put him on 300K a week? Do you guys pay that kind of wages to anybody? No. Are you going to sign another winger for, what is it? They want 100 million euros? I don't think so. Really and truly, the only clubs that I see him going to is Man City if they sell Jack Grealish, Arsenal if we sell one of Trossard or Martinelli, and Liverpool if they sell Luis Diaz. And most likely, Liverpool will be the favorites. And if he goes to Liverpool, that is probably the most dangerous place he can go to. As right now, they still have Mo Salah. They just signed Ekitike, and they have they have Florian Wirtz also behind. So yeah, imagine that front four they could have.
it could be a mad front four for Liverpool on a like Liverpool are a really dangerous team to look out for going into this new season. But I do agree to some extent. I did say this myself when I done the Rodrygo video. It's a pipe dream that Spurs entering the race means absolutely nothing. And to be honest, he's just out of our price range when it comes to budget for the actual spend on the player, but also the wage that come with it.
Real Madrid want a ridiculous price because he is a highly touted player, but hey, we'll see. The reports are not always accurate. Marca, for example, they are a Real Madrid mouthpiece. One day they're going to say that he wants to stay. Next day they're going to say that he wants to go for 100 million plus. Next day they're going to say that Arsenal favorites, Liverpool favorites, you're in the race. Man United were interested. Of course, everybody's interested. It doesn't mean you're actually going to get him.
Yeah, no, definitely that is the case, and I think. For this one, yeah. We'll have to see how it plays out. We've got, another 5 weeks left of the window. Arsenal still need to make some big moves to really push on into those, Liverpools and Cities. I'd say Chelsea ain't ahead of you just yet. I think Chelsea need more. They need more players.
I'm not saying they're ahead of. I'm not saying they're ahead of me, but I'm saying the way that they move and function as a club, where they continue to sign players regardless of how much it costs. Eventually, it'll get to a point where we're all watching them, just saying, "How did they get this good?" Because they have all these players all in a similar age range, where they're some of the best players in their age groups. Think about it: Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. Now they have the João Pedro guy who looks decent. I don't even rate their center backs or goalkeepers, but their left back and right back situation is solid. So pretty much they have everything on the pitch sorted except for their center back and goalkeeper.
And that's that. Jarrell Hato could be coming in. That's another player they're looking at. So no, you are right. I did say that today in my live. I was like, do you know what, Chelsea? Like, I hate Chelsea because they just signed so many good players. Xavi Simons and João Pedro were they were literally my two top targets. Tottenham this window.
I think everyone wanted them. Liverpool wanted them. Everyone wanted them.
No, but I mean my personal top targets. Like literally, I thought those would be two players that would drastically improve Tottenham. But hey, I've got to watch them play for Chelsea now, just like you do. And but let's hope that our team's actually going to make moves.
Chelsea, they could flop at Chelsea. You could sign them in a year's time.
Hey, just like you did with Havertz, isn't it? And Kepa and Jorginho and so many more. But and Madueke now. But look, people, look.
By the way, you were right about Madueke. I was on here denying it, saying it's not going to happen. You're so right. And I hate the fact that sometimes you guys as rivals know my club better than me because you see a link and you're like, you know what, this could actually happen.
It's one of them ones, like, when you look at the player, the move, the timing, the money, everything made sense. It just made sense. And it was like...
Just like you guys thought we're going to sign Sesko.
To be fair, I actually didn't. I was always under the impression that I don't really know who Arsenal are going to go for. I was really confused when Arsenal went for Sesko rather than Gyokeres. But Gyokeres is always the obvious signing. So when I saw Arsenal change mind to focus on Gyokeres, it's just like, hey, finally Arsenal have woke up and they're actually realizing this is the right move to make. But let's see how this all really plays out. And how the actual transfer, because like I said, you still need to sign more players. We need more players. But more than anything, Arsenal are still looking dangerous. Still need another player, though. Gyokeres ain't enough. That's what he's saying. Egal said it there, people. Gyokeres ain't enough.
But even you have to agree he's not.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. But for some people, they think he is. And some people think you just need a striker and getting Gyokeres is enough. So I think it's good to hear the different views and good to have the different discussions about it. But people, make sure you're subscribing to the channel to stay up to date. We're on the road to 5K, but real close to 3K. So if you can subscribe to me, help me get to 3K, it'll be much appreciated. Make sure you're subscribing to Egal and Egal Talks Football. It's in the title, in the video, in the description. You can't miss it. Egal, is anything that they need to look out for? Anything you got coming up?
All I'm gonna say is I'll be back doing more panel shows in a couple days. Right now, I'm just chilling. If there's any major news, I'll probably go live. But I'm very sporadic with my videos. Just get notifications on so you'll know when I'm live.
Facts. I can say the exact same for me. Just tap the post notification bell and you'll see the man will be live. But yeah, man, big up to everyone tuning in, checking out. It's been another quick transfer video, and until next time, we're out. Peace.
Peace out.